The Duke of Sussex has urged people to know your status and get tested for HIV, saying he hopes to carry on his mother's work to help eradicate stigma and misunderstandings surrounding the virus. He told former Welsh rugby captain Gareth Thomas, who lives with HIV, that there had been a huge change with people openly talking about the condition in the 35 years after his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, opened the first AIDS unit at Middlesex Hospital in London. But more must be done to make progress towards the UK goal of ending new HIV cases by 2030, he added. In a video conversation released online to mark National HIV Testing Week, Harry said he had been influenced by the suffering caused by the virus during visits to Lesotho and Botswana. Adding the fact that my mum's work was unfinished, I feel obligated to try and continue that as much as possible. I can never fill her shoes, especially in this particular space, what she did, what she stood for and how vocal she was on this issue, he said. When Harry took an HIV test in 2016, the live broadcast contributed to a 500% increase in the number of people requesting a test on the Terence Higgins Trust website. He said, "Every single one of us has a duty, or at least an opportunity, to get tested ourselves to make it easier for everybody else to get tested." Noting there had been a drop in HIV testing during COVID, he added that with people regularly testing for coronavirus, it should be ingrained in us that that's what we need to do, to know our status in order to be able to keep other people safe. Thomas, who disclosed his HIV status in 2019, has since launched Tackle HIV alongside VOWS Healthcare in 2020 to educate people about the virus. He said, "Though people may be daunted taking a test for fear of a positive result, it wouldn't be scary if you understood what living with HIV in 2022 is." On the other hand, the Duke of Sussex and his wife Meghan Markle famously stepped back from their roles in the royal family. Since then, Harry has raised eyebrows by saying he suffered from burnout, a term given to feelings of physical, mental and emotional exhaustion. The Duke revealed how he takes care of his own mental health during a conversation hosted by BetterUp last week. Harry was appointed Chief Impact Officer at the professional coaching and mental health firm last year. He discussed balancing work and mental health as he took part in the Inner Workday event alongside tennis star Serena Williams and BetterUp CEO Alexi Robichaux. The Duke said, "I, similar to you Alexi, experienced burnout and throughout that burnout literally getting to the very end of everything I had. Any fuel, any steam in the engine, just was like I am burning candles at both ends, it was like, boom." The comments drew a mixed reception, with commentator Dominique Samuels writing on Twitter, "Does Prince Harry realize how deluded and privileged he sounds?" Other social media users backed the Duke however, including LC87 Norwich, who said, "People commenting when they have zero insight into Harry's day-to-day life." Harry previously drew criticism over his comments about work, including from Victoria Richards, the Independent's Voices editor. In December she wrote, "I agree that life is short, and that you should seriously rethink any job that negatively impacts your mental health." However, she also added, "We don't all have the luxury of making the decision Harry made." The journalist was reacting to an interview Harry had given to American business magazine Fast Company earlier that month. The Duke's Q&A with the publication was timed to coincide with his new appointment at BetterUp. The royal suggested that a wave of resignations sparked by the COVID pandemic wasn't necessarily a bad thing, as some people may now be prioritizing their mental health more than their career. Harry said, "I've actually discovered recently, courtesy of a chat with BetterUp Science Board member, Adam Grant, that a lot of the job resignations you mention aren't all bad. In fact, it is a sign that with self-awareness comes the need for change. Many people around the world have been stuck in jobs that didn't bring them joy, and now they're putting their mental health and happiness first. This is something to be celebrated." Harry's comments came after a year in which his grandmother the Queen confirmed that he and Meghan would not return to the royal family as working royals. The couple announced their intentions to step back from their royal roles and work to become financially independent the previous year. However, Harry's comments about job resignations touched a nerve for many, including Ms. Richards. She said, "Let's get real, he's never going to know what it is to really struggle for money, and it is a privilege to be able to choose whether or not your job serves and nourishes you." Twitter users also weighed in with their own takes on Harry's remarks. Gemma's in London said, "Oh, the irony of Prince Harry saying you should quit your job if it is making you unhappy. I wish Harry, but who is going to pay the bills, the fairies?" However, the Duke was defended by others, including Adrian31973, who wrote, "He's absolutely right, staying in a job you hate will destroy you."